Amid a galactic civil war, the Rebel Alliance operates from a secret base, securing victories against the Empire. Rebel spies have stolen plans to the Death Star, an armored space station built by the Empire that can destroy planets. Leia Organa, an Imperial senator and secret rebel leader, has obtained the schematics and is rushing to the secret rebel base. The plans hold the key to saving lives and restoring freedom to the galaxy. Leia's ship is intercepted by an Imperial Star Destroyer, led by the ruthless Darth Vader. Vader, a master of the Force, can inflict unbearable pain without physical combat. His mask emits a mechanical wheezing sound as he breathes. The Empire's army, made up mostly of heavily armed stormtroopers, takes Leia captive, but she hides the plans in her droid R2-D2 along with a message. R2-D2 and the protocol droid C-3PO escape in an escape pod and crash on the planet Tatooine. Darth Vader sends stormtroopers to retrieve the plans. The droids are captured by Jawa traders, who electrocute R2-D2 and sell them to moisture farmers Owen and Burulars and their nephew, Luke Skywalker. Owen needs droids who understand the binary language of moisture vaporators. C-3PO, a protocol droid fluent in many languages, convinces Luke to take R2-D2 as well. Owen asks Luke to clean the droids before dinner. While cleaning R2-D2, Luke finds a recording of Leia asking for help from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Luke is intrigued by the rebellion, but R2 insists the message is private and meant for Obi-Wan. Luke knows of Ben Kenobi, a hermit beyond the Dune Sea. Luke, frustrated that he can't pursue his dream of becoming a pilot, leaves angrily. Aunt Beru tells Owen that Luke is too much like his father to stay, but Owen hopes Luke's sense of adventure will fade. He also fears Luke's resemblance to his father's dangerous past. Meanwhile, stormtroopers track the Jawas on Tatooine. R2-D2 disappears overnight. Luke decides to search for him at dawn, despite the danger posed by the Sand People. Luke and C-3PO go after R2-D2 in Luke's landspeeder. They find R2, who insists on continuing his mission to find Obi-Wan. Luke is attacked by Sand People but is rescued by Obi-Wan, an old hermit Luke knows as Ben. Ben admits he is Obi-Wan Kenobi, a name he hasn't used in years. Obi-Wan tells Luke about the Jedi Knights, who once kept peace in the galaxy but were hunted nearly to extinction by the Empire. Jedi, he explains, draw their power from the Force, an energy that connects all living things. Obi-Wan reveals that Luke's father was also a Jedi, killed by Darth Vader, his former apprentice, who turned to the dark side. Luke had been told his father was a navigator on a spice freighter. Obi-Wan offers Luke his father's lightsaber, the weapon of a Jedi. R2-D2 plays Leia's full message, asking Obi-Wan to take the Death Star plans to her father on Alderaan for analysis. Luke refuses Obi-Wan's offer to accompany him to Alderaan, but after stormtroopers kill his family while searching for the droids, Luke agrees to go. Luke and Obi-Wan travel to Mos Eisley Spaceport, where Obi-Wan uses the Force to evade stormtroopers. They meet Chewbacca, a Wookiee pilot, and hire Han Solo, a smuggler, for passage to Alderaan. Han, needing money to pay off a debt to Jabba the Hutt, agrees to take them for a fee. After killing Greedo, a bounty hunter sent by Jabba, Han promises Jabba he will repay his debt with interest. Luke sells his landspeeder to pay Han. When they reach the Millennium Falcon, Luke is unimpressed by the ship's age, but Han assures him it's fast. Stormtroopers pursue them, but they escape to hyperspace just in time. Aboard the Death Star, Grand Moff Tarkin announces that the Emperor has dissolved the Senate. The Empire plans to use the Death Star to rule by fear. Vader interrogates Leia for the Rebel base's location, but she resists. Tarkin uses the Death Star to destroy Leia's home planet, Alderaan, despite her plea that it's peaceful. He spares it only if she reveals the Rebel base, but after she names Tatooine, he destroys Alderaan anyway. Obi-Wan senses the disturbance in the Force caused by Alderaan's destruction. Upon reaching Alderaan's location, the Millennium Falcon finds only debris. They are captured by the Death Star's tractor beam. They hide in the ship's compartments and infiltrate the station. R2-D2 hacks into the system, and Obi-Wan leaves to disable the tractor beam. When R2-D2 locates Leia, Luke persuades Han to help rescue her, offering the prospect of a reward. Vader senses Obi-Wan's presence on the station. The two face each other in a lightsaber duel. Obi-Wan sacrifices himself, allowing the group to escape. They return to the Falcon and fend off pursuing TIE fighters. Using a tracking device planted on the Falcon, the Empire follows them to the Rebel base. The Rebels analyze the Death Star plans and find a weakness: a small exhaust port leading to the reactor. Luke joins the X-Wing squadron in a desperate attack. Vader leads TIE fighters against them, and many rebels are killed. Luke makes the final attack run, guided by Obi-Wan's voice. Just before Vader can shoot him down, Han returns in the Falcon, saving Luke. Luke uses the Force to fire torpedoes into the exhaust port, destroying the Death Star moments before it can fire on the Rebel base. In a triumphant ceremony, Leia awards medals to Luke and Han for their heroism.